All right. In this session of the program spread system, we're going to talk about a shallow series. Okay, and this shallow series is a little something new that we're doing for the season. So again, I hope to have more film on it when we are finally back in the live clinics this off season. Don't quite know exactly where I'm going to be, but I'll be at a couple of the clinics. We're going to have them up and running again this year, so I know everybody's excited about getting off these Zoom and meetings and all the stuff we've been doing and see you guys in person. I know I'm excited to get back out and get with the coaches and get back on the clinic circuit. I'm really excited about it. I know Glazer's really excited about it as well. All right, so let's get into our shallow series. Okay, now shallow series is a way for us to attack the curl flat areas. Okay, and you'll see how and why and what we're going to do. So most of the time when you think shallow, you think, okay, we're going to really work the shallow cross. Well, for us, shallow cross is kind of, the last part of the progression. And you'll see what I'm talking about. For us, this is really a way to attack the curl flat area. Throw the curls. All right, so this is our base way to teach 8 shallow. Okay. Some people refer to this as the Hank concept. You call it Hank, whatever. So what we're doing in this shallow concept is attacking the curl flats. All right, we really like this versus zone coverage. All right. We've got other man stuff that we can run. This is good against man, but preferably this is more of a zone type play for us. All right, so let's talk about the routes real quick, and then we'll get into the quarterback read. It's a little take some reps to teach, and we're going through some growing pains with it right now, but it's really effective scheme. All right, so on 8 shallow out of 2x2, all right, the Y, he's running what we call an OTB, okay, over the ball, all right, at 10 yards. So no matter where we are on the field, all right, wherever he may have to cheat his alignment, he may have to cut his splits a little bit, but typically it all depends on where the ball is, okay? If the ball's on the hash and we're running out doubles, obviously the Y needs to cut his split some. Ball's in the middle, he can pretty much line up in normal alignment. So you can work with that. All right, so we just call it an OTB route. He runs 10 yards over the ball. Now, does he work the window between the mic and the wheel? Absolutely. Okay, so initially, his aiming point is going to be 10 yards as fast as he can get at an angle over the ball. Now, we don't get all caught up in whether he needs to be over the SAM or under the SAM. Okay, he's got to fill it out. If the SAM is flying out of there, obviously we want to get him under the SAM to get to he needs to get to over the ball as fast as he can at 10 yards. Now, if the SAM linebacker is just hanging, buzzing his feet, and he can go over and get back on top fast, then great. All right, if the SAM's really playing tight to the box, he can go over top of the SAM. All right, but we're careful on saying, hey, go under the SAM or over the SAM, because if the SAM drops wide and we've coached up, hey, go over the SAM, now the kid's trying to, go over the SAM, and he's running his route way out here and checking down there. Won't time up with the quarterback the way we want it to time up. All right, so he's running over the ball fast as he can get there, checking down. Now, once he's there, he can really work this window between the mic and the wheel. Okay, he can work this little area here. It may work more out here. He may check it down early if the backer blitzes, that kind of thing. All right, the outside receivers. All right, they are running, curls 14 yards back to about 12. All right, we're not running post curls. All right, they're running selling vertical as hard as they can go, 14 yards, foot in the ground, working back to 12. Now, he may use his hand to push through. We want to get that corner to turn his hips and run, thinking we're going vertical. All right, so 14 back to 12 on the curls. All right, the H, whoever's tagged, and I'm gonna show you. It can be other people. It can be a tight end on the shallow. It can be a fullback on the shallow. I'll get in that. Whoever you tag. For this, it's just H shallow. So he is shallow cross. Just if you're installing this entire system, you tell your H just like what we run on drive. He's running his drive route, 0 to 4 yards, getting across the field as fast as he can go on the shallow cross. The back, okay? We're in our normal protection. Again, if you need a, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the protection because, if you go back early in the sessions, right when we start the pass game on the system, all right, I've got a whole entire session on pass protections, okay? So right here, he's going to check for the protection, no blitz or whatever. He's getting to the flats right now. So he's check release to the flats, always opposite of the shallow. All right, so for you as a coach, it's going to take some play calling to design that to make sure that you're putting the back always away from the shallow. All right, so what have we created here? Okay, we have created a curl flat concept on both sides of the quarterback. Okay, so now let's talk about progression so you understand what I mean by it. But as you can see, if you'll look here and you'll look here, you've got curl flat concept, which is what we want. Now, which side does the quarterback take? That's always the question, right? Does he take the curl flat over here on the left, or does he take the curl flat on the right? All right, it all depends on what the linebackers do. Okay, so let's get into progression with the quarterback. All right, so the progression is 1, 2. Oh, really messed that up. All right, so 1, 2, 3 is the progression. Okay, 2, 3 is the progression. All right, so a big step, big initial drop step, big one, crossover 2, 3 foot in the grounds. You're staring down that over the ball route. Okay, that's the first read in the progression. If it comes open, take it right now. Okay, if it's not there, all right, as that third step hits the ground, start working up the pocket, and this is important. All right, anytime our quarterback throws curls, I want them working vertically in the pocket. Okay, stepping up, stepping into the throw, getting that front hip to the target. All right, so he's got to, as he's stepping up, he's got to transition from, all right, I don't want the over the ball route. I need to work this front hip as I work up in the pocket to the curl. All right, so it's 1, 2, 3. The over the ball is covered. Start working the pocket, getting my eyes and my front hip, front hip to my curl route, whichever one I decide to go, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second. All right, so it's over the ball, curl, back, or shallow. All right, so it works 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, pretty easy read for the quarterback, right? And you can do a drill with that. I do a drill where I set up a couple of nets, all right, and we just work curl, flat. I'll tell them, hey, which one's to work in the progression, all right? And we work the footwork, we work the angles of the pocket and where we need to be on those routes, all right? So we really work that progression that way. All right, Coach, well, the question you'll get is, which curl flat do I work, Coach? All right, it all depends on the inside linebackers, okay? All depends on the inside linebackers. All right, so let's look at this. I'll draw it up on the screen. All right, we got a wheel here and we got a mic here, right, typically. Okay, you got 2 inside linebackers. All right, so if the mic The inside backer on the right, it could be the wheel, I don't know, whatever. Don't get caught up in whether it's the mic or the wheel and all that stuff. The inside backer to that side covers the spot or the over the ball. That's the side you work the curl flat. All right, so let's say we're in this situation and we snap the ball, we're running shallow, and this mic drops here, under here, and he's mirroring and he's covering this. Well, this is the side you want to work. Okay? If the mic runs out of there and gets under the curl and the wheel sits under this, this is the side you want to work. Okay? So that's kind of how you want to read that. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. All right? Depending on where the linebackers drop. Because you know well as I do. And I used to be, back in the day, I used to be a big curl flat guy and, old school. But then I started having issues of inside linebackers getting in that curl window. Okay? This holds those inside linebackers accountable and makes them defend the middle of the field, which you can work your curl flats a little more with not worrying about the inside linebackers dropping up under those curls, and that, well, then we came across this problem where now they keep those linebackers in there and they don't want to give up this inside route, so they're dropping here and they're getting safeties driving on curls. Well, coach, that's a problem right there. No, that's actually a great thing, because now you can do my favorite thing I love to do. You can tag one of these guys on a post and score a touchdown on a shot play. So again, having the ability to have tags in so we can go eight shallow Z post. All right, when these guys start to try to drive on curls, now you're having them drop because they know you'll throw a post over the top and you're really getting your curl flat. So have the ability to tag a post to it, all right, which is cool. All right. So again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Which side do I read, coach? It all depends on who covers the spot, over the ball. If this guy covers, the wheel linebacker covers, work this side. If the mic covers on this example, work this side. All right? And really make sure you talk to your quarterback about working the pocket. He can't throw a curl 1, 2, 3 and just hanging back in the back of the pocket with the rush coming. He cannot throw an effective curl from there. He's got to step up and drive into his throw. Okay? Hopefully, I'm going to try when I get back to Ohio. I'm going to do a drill tape on this concept and get it uploaded on the drive for you guys so you can see a drill that we work for it. This is just an example of running the same play except for with the fullback. Okay? Except for with the fullback. We also can run it out of 3x1, which is really good too. I'll show you that and I'll draw it up on the screen. But this is just the same play with the fullback. Can be a tight end, all right? Can be a tight end, can be a wing, all right? And he's on the shallow, all right? He's over the ball, okay? Now, let's say we wanted to run this out of 3x1, okay? You can let's put the H over here. There's a good little coaching point here. You probably want to run the over the ball with the H because he's closer, and run the Y shallow, and you got the same concept. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and just send the back the opposite way to the trip side. All right, so there's, you can get really creative in how you want to do this. It's always, whoever's shallow, you want the back going opposite. All right, so you don't get stuck with two curl flat guys, and two guys in the flats. All right, so let's look at a couple clips. Again, we're early on this scheme. Couple clips here. All right, we're not, I think our shallow guy is a little too wide here. He needs to be cut his split a little bit, and he needs to go right now. All right, he doesn't need to take one step upfield. He's got to go. He's got to go. And so we're going here. Cover the over the ball, and we work the flats here. Now, great coaching point here. Quarterback here is a little quick to throw the shallow. He needs to step up. So he's 1, 2, 3. He steps up and just automatically throws a shallow. Look at this curl coming open. Quarterback should have been 1, 2, 3, work the pocket and thrown the curl. That curl window is coming open. So he was a little quick to pull the trigger on the shallow concept. I'll let you see it one more time. You see the mic, he kind of covered this, so we need to work this side. Look, you can already see the curl coming open because he's flying to cover this shallow concept. So our quarterback just you know, this might have been the first day of camp, took the shallow a little bit faster. Instead of a 14-yard gain, we're looking at a 7-yard gain, which isn't bad either. But I preferred him to step up in the pocket and throw the curl in that situation. All right, here we go. Same thing. This is with our fullback. Again, these are in some 7-on-7 drills. Does a great job of getting the over the ball route. And again, you see the growing pains. Now, that's one thing I'm glad I'm showing you this. Look at the curl. The curl's wide open there. And we're throwing the shallow because we're not working the pocket. We're not working the pocket up in the pocket enough. Now, we read the correct side because look at the mic. The mic has got his back turned to the line of scrimmage, and he's covering the over the ball route. So now our eyes should immediately step up and go to the curl. You know, don't get too quick on where this guy's dropping because he runs to the shallow. So as you see, you know, it's going to take, it's like anything, guys. When you go to install something, you've got to rep it. All right, it's not going to look pretty the first day. It's not going to look great the first 2 weeks. All right, and that's why I'm big on make sure you work all summer. Make sure you work all through camp. Don't put in a bunch of offense. All right, because, you know, right here in this 7-on-7 drill, you know, we may spend, you know, let's say we're in a camp day and we've got 7-on-7 on the schedule. On my 7-on-7 script, I don't have, you know, 10 schemes that we're going to run. All right, we're going to run 20 straight minutes of shallow. All right, and we're going to tag some things on it, or we may run 20 straight minutes of shallow and snag, or shallow and drive, or shallow and our double post, or whatever. All right, to get reps at it, to get good at it. You're not going to get good at anything if you can't get good at Y cross if you go out and you only rep it one time every day at camp, and you say, well, we repped it all camp. Yeah, but you only got 2 reps of it because you repped, you know, 10 other plays. So, you know, less is more when it comes to offense. Always remember that. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right. All right, we work the curl to the opposite side because the way our wheel turns inside to wall the shallow. Now, these guys are cheating the drill a little bit because it's 7-on-7, but it's good. It makes our quarterback work. So he chooses to work the curl flat over here. Our back, I think, forgets to go out. Yeah, he does. He's in protection. He should be working the flats. But look how much green grass we have over there, because now these safeties are starting to get sucked in. Now we can start tagging the post, but look how much grass we have to work with over there. All right, and we complete the curl. Quarterback does a fantastic job here of working the pocket and watch his hips. See how he gets his hips as he's working the pocket? And we work a drill on this as he's working the pocket, and he gets his front hip to the curl. Those safeties are starting to get nosy, so now we can tag our post off of it. Same thing here. The mic sucks in, and we want to work. He was a little gun shy on throwing this curl, but he gets it there. And that safety's really getting nosy right here. So you know, you got to think, this guy ain't gonna be there. If he's really getting in this, and we do a good job of working this curl window here, but if the safeties are starting to get involved, it's time to tag a post. Okay? It's time to tag a post and throw a post. Same thing, we throw the over the ball route here to the Y. That's the quarterback's first read. Let's see what we do here. Okay. Yep, do a good job of working the curl flats. Again, you see the safety and the mic, both safeties and the mic covering the over the ball route. All right, now it's time to start tagging post. Okay, so that's one of those things. You know, again, like I say, you got to get with your quarterback on the sideline, using huddle sideline, going through and showing him, okay, hey, next time we call this play, I'm going to tag post, all right, and hopefully we can score on it. He does a good job working the flats here. We'll take 5 yards. This is with our fullback on the shallow. He works over the Sam here. It's a little crowded here. I think we probably should have took the over the ball route because they're starting to match routes, but we worked that curl pretty nicely. Same thing, fullback. This is a great job of the Y going under the Sam. He's going under the Sam, and then he notices the wheel is chasing the shallow. So that's the safety chasing the shallow. Again, if they're playing some type of match coverage where they're locking backside and playing like cover 4 back here, and he jumps down to match this shallow route, you can tag your backside post on it. We would get to that in a ball game. But our Y does a good job of getting under the Sam and then working a window to get open. Our quarterback sees that grass open up and takes it. Does a good job of taking the over the ball route. That's a good 10-yard reception. Again, he throws it to the flats. I think he's a little quick on that. Not a very good curl up top. Again, we're still getting better at this, still working it. Nice job working the curl here. He works the opposite of where the back's going. It's a good picture of it, what it should look like. Really putting this scout team Sam in conflict. Stepping up. Quarterback does a fantastic job of stepping up and driving into his throw, into the curl concept, the curl route. What we have here, we got it. This is a nice look at it. We're running it with a tight end here. So the tight end's running the over the ball route. So tight end runs the over the ball route, and we really get it to the shallow. Back's wrong there. All right, here's a look at the 3x1 set. So the H, he's working the over the ball. The Y is shallow. Then we got curls on both sides. And the back should be going opposite of that. Here working it to the fullback. Do a nice job of throwing the over the ball route there. Nice job working the flats. Again, we've done it before. You throw the ball in the flats to the back, good things are going to happen. Good job working the curl. I'd like to see the quarterback. He's not quite deep enough on his first initial drop, and I'd like to see him work the pocket a little more and see the curl a little faster than that. We're a little late on that. But you can see how we're working the curl flat off the shallow concept. Nice job here, working the over the ball route. It's a really good job. And what we tell those guys is when you catch that football, we don't want you, running across the field. Catch and turn and get upfield immediately. You want to get vertical as soon as you catch the ball. Here's it out of 3-by-1. Nice job throwing the over the ball route. See how that opens up nicely? It's a really good concept. This is great right here. Quarterback does a fantastic job of, not only does the mic cover the over the ball route, but the safety and the wheel running with the fullback on the shallow, and he goes immediately to work the flats to the back. And 12-yard gain. Same here, over the ball. That opens up nicely. So as you see, as this film has progressed, all right, the weeks have progressed of us working it. All right, so the practices. So again, you just got to work it. You got to work the scheme. All right, so that's our shallow concept. Again, I hope to have more game film on it when we add this to the system. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to adding more content. Again, be looking out for the drill tape that's going to come along with this concept.